Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all. No, no.
Mm,
Uh, I did it for the rock. I did it for the. No, that ain't it. Um, we getting rowdy. We about to move. No, that definitely ain't it. Oh, I got it. Hey, man, I got it, man. I got it, man. Hey, what's going on, people? What is going on, people? These are your boys from AFN, and we doing what we do on the Monday night, and that's kicking it with Kstylzz. As y'all know what this is the cooler talk. So this is the last time you're gonna hear us talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars game for a little bit. And as you already know, I am your boy. I am the sixth man. I am the fullback. Kstylzz in the building. And as you see, to my stage left, I don't know if you see that. You see the madness. You see the great one, the
just a
mad
little bit.
scientist,
Just a little bit.
Mad Mike Sports. Hey, man, what is going on, man? But before we go ahead and start the show, we gotta do what we gotta do on a Monday night, man. You know what I do.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta hit you with the real roll call. I ain't gonna do the okay part, but
I'll wait
that's
for
a
it.
okay. I gave it to you. All right, but you know what that means, man. We know we gotta get a shout out of the day, man. We got Donovan Chapman in the building. We got Joseph Thornton. We got Black Heart. We got Noah Tyndale. Shouts out to Noah. Make sure you tune in to his show on Wednesday nights, 10:30 on AFN exclusive. Be on the lookout. We got Jerry Bowie. We got Michael Walker. We got Low Ski. We got Delayed J. We got Ty Bonds, Pat Norris. We got Miss Asia Green. We got Brandon Kahuna. We got Dre Jungles. Workflow Dre Wheezy B. You can call on Tyrone. You're supposed to finish up like, call him. There you go. There you go. Well, all missing is a turban and some genie pants for that one. We got Brian Peoples, we got Bobby Boy Zone 3, and we got Raheem Divine, man. All right, Mike, what is going on, man? How are we doing this evening?
I'm great, man.
Okay. Well, it's always kind of good to have the Monday after the Monday after the game where we win. They give us a little something to look forward to with the next upcoming game. But what we're gonna start off with is we're gonna start off with the cooler talk as we always do. We start off with cooler talk. What we
Mm-hmm.
mean by cooler talk is cooler heads prevail. Get a day to think about it. And what were some pros and cons that you saw from this game, Mike, that can be taken on to this next game against Tampa Bay? What you got for them?
Uh, one thing that I saw that I did a little bit of film study. One thing that I did not like coming from the Falcons wide receivers is just they're getting jammed right off the bat. Like they're coming off defensive backs. They're not wasting any time jamming these guys. And guys like OZ for he's pretty much the main guy. Him along with Russell Gage. Now Russell Gage is a bit bigger, but those guys are still getting jammed at the line of scrimmage. And um, to couple that with what I saw, um, these guys are pit patting. Like they tiptoeing. Like you know how
Tip.
you remember you know how Fred Flintstone used to tiptoe up
Oh,
to the
oh.
You know what I'm saying? Before he opened. That's how the guy. And that's what I'm seeing for Russell Gage and OZ, because they're anticipating they're anticipating the jam, so they're not really getting into their route immediately. Like you guys like that, you can tell they haven't been doing anything with their hands in the off season, because these guys are just like they're anticipating the jam way too much right now. And when you see a guy, the offensive line the offensive line has been up and down, they've been good, they've been terrible. You couple that, like a quarterback like Matt Ryan wants to get the ball out within 2 to 2.5 seconds. Anything over that, that's way too long. So when you have an offensive line that is struggling and they give up pressure almost immediately, and you got these wide receivers, these little wide receivers, they're not getting off the jam immediately, that's a bad combination. So this is why you see Matt Ryan holding on to the ball. This is why you see him getting sacked, or him trying to run away. And why, for one, and I know a lot of people wanting this, because I heard my brother say this same thing over and over again. I said, he asked, why aren't we just getting Kyle Pitts the ball? Well, this is the reason why he's not getting the ball. It's because he's being used as a decoy to help get Russell Gage open. The touchdown that he caught that took them 21-3, that was actually because Kyle Pitts drew coverage and he had the middle wide open, Matt Ryan. So these guys can't get off of the jam. So if these guys can't get off the jam, and when they one-on-one, guess what? We're going to be using Kyle Pitts as a decoy all game long. And, you know, it's bad because we don't have a guy like Hayden Hurst. We're really missing Hayden Hurst right now, because he was one of those big bodies that would allow those guys, the smaller guys like OZ, like Russell Gage, they need big bodies to be able to help get them off of the jam. They're not very good off the jam at all. And that's what you see in teams come up, and all they do, they bring up all their safety, they bring up all their corners, and they just play bump run, and they just flood the zones. So that's why you're seeing a lot of pressure and a lot of team blitzes, because these receivers are just too damn little, man. I mean, I'm not saying they terrible, but they just too damn little. These guys like 6 feet, 100 pounds, bro. That's not gonna cut it. That's all defenses are doing is jamming these guys, and they can't get off the line. So again, when you don't have a consistent offensive line and a couple that with wide receivers who's already little, and they can't get off the line of scrimmage quick enough, you're gonna have Matt Ryan get hit a lot, and you're gonna see him hold on to the ball and wait for somebody else. So this is why the Falcons are struggling. I know that was a long, but I had to explain that to kind of give you guys something to look at when you go watch the film for yourself.
You should have started that off with write this down. Mm-hmm. That's how you should have started off. Write this down. Right? But, yeah, before I get to mine, I'm gonna go ahead. I see a few comments. We got Miss Maggie T in the building. Y'all make sure y'all show her some love in here. Y'all make sure y'all put some roses in here for the ladies, because these are the only ladies that we got in here that's representing these Falcons. So show some love. I thought Jay Boogie 209 said score Daryl Patterson for MVP. Yeah, the way he looking right now, hey, there ain't no damn step. Mm-hmm. What more can you say about that? Mm-hmm. Let's see what else we got. Donovan here said players stay physical, coaches play calling stay aggressive. So I think he liked the physicality, the mindset change from the last few weeks. Let's see. Let's get a couple more. We got Ultra Shao 97 here. He said Ridley's probably done for the year. I say, yeah, be prepared for him to be done for the year because
I did not like that press conference today. I don't know if you saw it. I did not like that answer. He didn't give him 2 seconds, bro.
But he like, bro, I don't know. But if you didn't see it, he basically just said, bro, I don't know. Stop asking. We just got to worry about the guys we got here right now. So Nathan said Cordell Patterson deserves a Player of the Week award. Hey man, shoot, he might not get it from the NFL, but he's gonna get it from this Falcon fan base because yeah, first 100-yard rusher in 22 games. That's all you need to know. But we got a $5 super chat from Bradshaw. Holla, holla, holla. He said, can you guys imagine this offense with 1, maybe 2 receivers? Yeah, 1 or 2 receivers that can beat man coverage.
That's really it. That's really it. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm just seeing a bunch of little guys that just can't get off. They can't get off man coverage and they can't get off that press coverage. That's all. That's everything. That's all teams are doing. And the Falcons have to counter. This is why Cordell Patterson was missed in that game because these guys just can't get off, and they're using Cordell's big body to kind of shield, to create a natural shield for those smaller receivers so they can find those gaps, find those holes in defense. And, when they play in zone, but a lot of teams don't play in zone, they're playing man coverage. So they can't run away from, like, Russell Gage is not a very fast guy. I think he runs like a 4.5. OZ is a fast guy, but he's incredibly small. And with him, you need time to get him to run those go routes. And we don't have a lot of time, to look deep because for the most part, NFL teams like the Atlanta Falcons, they play to take that deep threat, that deep shot away first. That's the first thing that they take away is to take away that deep shot. So it's Blackheart. At the end of the day, I think the Falcons just need one. They just need a big receiver. That's what I'm saying. They need a big Julio Jones type, Michael Thomas type, Larry Fitzgerald type receiver. A big body receiver. It don't necessarily have to be fast, but these guys gotta be physical because guys with these current wide receivers, all they doing is jamming them. That's it. That's all teams are doing is jamming them, and they can't get off the line. They're afraid to even get into their route because they scared. Like I'm serious. If you go around there, they like really tiptoeing. They should I? Should I? That's what they're doing the whole time.
Or if y'all want to know what he's talking about, just think of it like this. You have a bunch of go route receivers in a possession offense. That's pretty much what it come down to.
That's pretty much come down to.
Because if you looked at that interception that Matt Ryan threw, it was against cover 2. What was it? Tyson Campbell, who made a damn good play to get that interception, showed no respect to OZ whatsoever.
None.
And
that's it. They're not worried about it. That tell you everything. And everybody say that's a bad throw by Matt. Matt don't have a choice at this point but to, either get sacked or throw in the double coverage, hoping that Kyle Pitts can get the catch. But like I said, what I saw is just these small receivers. They scared to get into their route, and they just too damn little. They just too damn little what it come down to.
Right. And Jay Boogie here said, I like the movie made with Drew Dahlman at center, did a legit job. Yeah, they both did good. But like you said, the thing about it was to put Hennessy on notice, like, okay, your job is not secure right now because you haven't been playing well. And like I said, see, the thing is, I know people are probably asking, like, are they going to rotate them in the game for certain situations?
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a bad idea because by you doing that, you literally give up what the play is based on the tendency
Tails,
that
it's
you're using.
tails. Yeah,
Yeah, you can't give
that's a
up
huge
tails like
tail.
that. Because if you're using Drew Dalman for run situations exclusively and you're using Hennessy for pass situations exclusively, see now if they see, okay, Dalman's in here, oh, they're going to run the ball. Or if they're going to see Hennessy, oh, they're going to pass the ball. So we already know what it is. And that's the one thing about the NFL. That's the one thing about pro sports in general. You don't want to give off those small tails of what you're going to do because any professional that sees that going to pick that up real quick.
And let me just go over this real quick. Like every in 2 minute situations like that, like there's not much difference in what every NFL franchise or team run. Everybody run the same exact concepts, but what changes is the personnel. Like if you got a guy like OZ that's next to a guy like Kyle Pitts, you know damn well they're not gonna throw it. More 9 times out of 10, they looking at to throw the ball to Kyle Pitts. Nobody's gonna give OZ any type of respect. So this is the reason why a guy like Calvin really is really hurting his team not playing, because teams, they're not respecting OZ. They're not respecting Russell Gage and Sharp. Nobody gives a flying you know what about either one of those guys. They don't scare you whatsoever. It's like Dikembe Mutombo out there trying to shoot threes. Don't nobody care about it. Go ahead. Shoot all the threes you want. You know what I'm saying? Like Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman trying to shoot some threes.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons trying to shoot threes. Ain't nobody care about Ben Simmons out there. Shoot. That's essentially what we're dealing with this Falcons receiving club. Nobody gives a flying, you know what, about OZ, Russell Gage, and Sharp. And I know good damn well that a lot of you guys, if y'all even played Madden, those be the last guys that y'all even pick up in free agency or even draft. So that's what it is.
They'll be the last desperate picks right there. Oh shit, I need a receiver.
Last
All right, let me go ahead and pick him up. So, oh wait a minute, hold on, wait a minute, hey, hold on, ladies and gentlemen, man, hey, like I said, hey, your man's was just, hey, we got a special guest here. If you haven't seen earlier, now you about to get the remix. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring to you. He has 3 letters. He has a 3-name. Triple T in the building.
Hey, I had to bless y'all a quick second, man. I appreciate y'all content always, and you know that. I ain't did no shows in a minute, so I had to show love for a quick second before y'all have to get started. It's only been 19 minutes. I know y'all can go. I know y'all got some good topics to discuss, so I had to show love.
Hey man, hey shoot, you can stay the whole show. Hey man, you know, like I'm gonna borrow one of your terms. Hey, when it's up and down, we about to make a movie here today. We about to make a movie today. Triple T, what you got going on, man? Hey. If y'all haven't caught the live stream that he had before we started, y'all go to his channel and check it out.
Appreciate it.
Mike
over here doing promos and shit.
I'm cutting the promo on this motherfucker. Y'all hear me.
As we speak.
Check us out, as always.
Exactly.
Matt, Mike, Twisted T, and your boy Kstylzz. We are live right now, so I just totally fucked this up. But hey,
hey, keep going.
We live right
Intermission.
now. So hey, man. I told you, bro. We ain't no experts over here. We some real fans over here.
Exactly. So, like I said, and since you decided to bless us, T, I'm gonna go ahead and ask you this question as well, man. So I asked Mike. I said, "So, what did you take from this game, pro or con, that could be used for the next upcoming game against Tampa Bay?"
Building momentum. About this team, they trust Arthur Smith and Dean Pease. Coming off a loss, coming off straight losses, they knew how to get back on the bandwagon, get out there, practice 4-5 days, and trust the process. That's a pro I appreciate, man, because Arthur Smith is that's one coach to have. If y'all heard Cordell Patterson interview on Sunday, he said, listen, Arthur Smith pretty much put a hole in our ass, basically told us we got to do better. And it showed. You know what I'm saying? And when you have a coach like that that can tell you the truth, honestly, that motivates you. Because that means he ain't lying to you. You got to be out there and show your worth, show what you can do. And the players showed that. I mean, we still had tough times, the receivers. But at the end of the day, these receivers aren't starters. Let's be honest. Russell Gage is probably a starter, like a second-string starter, our first-string receiver. OZ is a backup. Tajay is a backup. So I'm not going to go out there and look so crazy at the offense and expect so much more. Honestly, I'm quite happy we scored over 20 points based on us not scoring in 2 weeks straight.
That is true.
Defense-wise, our defense is starting to look kind of good, guys. That's 2 weeks straight. We only gave up 1 touchdown per game. That means these guys are playing more efficient in the red zone, and they're playing as a team, as a unit. Tay Fowler has stated that. Grady Jarrett has stated that. They're trusting each other, and in turn, they're making more plays. I saw a rookie defensive end chase down a screen. Where do you think he learned that from? I saw our corners tackling. Not AJ Terrell tackling. I saw other corners tackling. Where do you think they're getting that from? I got to see 2 rookies play.
There was a couple of guys on Twitter. You know, y'all know who those guys are. But they said that Dean Pease was he's overrated. He doesn't know what he's doing. Yeah, those guys. Like I said before, I told y'all time and time again. Do not unsubscribe. Do not unfollow them. Follow them. Please follow them. But you listen to it and you take the word for yourself. Who is right? That's all I want you guys to follow everybody. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, you're gonna start to see what's real and what isn't. That's all I got to say, man.
Hey, appreciate y'all getting AFN the 1900.
100 more, and we're about 100.
100 from the 2K side of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we definitely appreciate it. Yeah, man, Darren Hall. Yeah, like I said, when I saw Darren Hall make that tackle on LaVisca, and he just didn't think, he just attacked.
Remember what I told you though? Remember I told y'all about that slot corner position?
You gotta have that slot corner.
I've been saying that before. That position has become one of the most important positions in the league. Like, so now you have to draft those types of corners who can do multiple things. And it's not all about coverage nowadays. It's all about being able to be physical, be able to make those type of tackles, because these guys out here running these bubble screens with this punk. I really cannot stand this.
RPO.
That RPO.
That's crazy.
I'm going to tell y'all, I cannot stand the RPO. It's the worst shit that you ever want to teach your offensive players. It is the absolute worst. It's meant for high school. It's meant for high schoolers because those guys don't understand the game. So you got to dumb it down for them so you can compete with other bigger schools. That's what the RPO is meant for. It's not meant for the NFL.
Yeah.
And a lot of quarterbacks, young quarterbacks, they have not learned how to read defense. So you run those RPOs to slow the game down for them. But once the game starts to speed up a bit, that's when you get away from them. But we got teams like Philadelphia and a little bit of Arizona. They run a little bit more pro schemes, but they run a lot of those RPOs. But the RPOs have really ruined the NFL quarterbacks. These quarterbacks are dumber than a box of rocks. I just hate to say it, but they've not learned how to read defenses. That's why you see Josh Allen looking like an MVP, and then he's barely scoring 6 points in the game. These RPOs, they dumbing the game down. They're not teaching these quarterbacks how to actually be a quarterback.
Hey, Mike, quick question. Who did the Bills lose to that we?
I think Kstylzz might. I don't know. I don't know. Kstylzz.
Are we talking about the 9-6 loss to Jacksonville?
No,
you don't say.
Yeah. Okay. But the Falcons win don't mean anything. Okay.
You're talking about the same Buffalo team that has just as many wins against sorry teams as the Falcons do?
You don't say. That's a new stat. I didn't even know that part. That's crazy.
Yeah. But the Falcons wins don't mean anything. Okay. I see how that works.
But kind of getting back to what you was talking about with the defense, like here's the thing, and I'm gonna go to what Mike was saying about the slot. Let's be honest, that slot corner position has been very important in this league since 2012.
Mm-hmm.
When Charles Woodson played the slot corner in Green Bay,
Rover.
He started rovering.
You know who actually created that position though? Who really put that emphasis on that? Those the Ryan boys. Rob Ryan actually put him in that position. So Rob Ryan, he isn't as a good of he's not good of a defensive coordinator than Rex, but he is one of the main reasons why that rover position, because he saw a unique piece in Charles Woodson. He was like, how can I he's not as fast as he once was, but he's intelligent, he's quick enough, and he can diagnose plays. And that rover, which is that slot corner right now, that right there is guys like Isaiah Oliver, Darren Hall. It was so beautiful looking at Darren Hall make plays yesterday, man. Like I said, I love that position, and what I'm seeing from those guys is Dean Pease. Like I said, I told you guys for a long time. Did he actually learn? Did he work with Rex Ryan? No. But this guy learned from him. You know, he studied Rex Ryan, and you can see it in the way that he plays defense. Our outside corners, yeah, they get time to time. You know, they get hit, but nobody. It seems like a lot of people don't really try our slot corners like that anymore because of what Dean Pease has really turned into a valuable position, an elite position with this Atlanta Falcons school. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. You might see another corner being taken in the 3rd or 4th round. I'm just saying.
But I'm also saying like this, since you said that about the slot corners, as iffy as our safeties have been, ain't nobody really tried them deep neither.
Nobody. Yeah.
Well,
yeah, no, ain't nobody trying. They ain't trying. What's called either. Oh, here.
They ain't trying nobody. But man, like I said, it was just good to see that this foul. Hold on, let me throw a couple pictures up here so I can show you what we talking about. Look at this. Look. Just look at this potential stiff arm that just happened here.
That's a big old dude. I didn't realize. Damn, that's a big dude, boy.
That's Miles Jack he going against. You see that?
That's a linebacker, bro. That's a linebacker. He said, "Bitch, get off me. Bitch, get off me."
Oh! I got one more for y'all ass too. And you gonna look, and I this is the one I loved the most out of yesterday. Look at this one.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I agree when I saw that one.
Do you see the 40 in the back?
Oh my god! Okay, that's the same dude who tried to hurt Cordell on that second series.
Yeah,
when Cordell was going out of bounds for his ankle, and Cordell like, God dang, bro, I'm already going out of bounds. That white boy knew I gotta stop them at any cost.
Exactly. That motherfucker Keith Smith threw that stiff on me. I said, boy, he made me so proud, bro.
That position coming back, man. It looked like we're gonna get that position back with the Falcons. I love that, bro. I love it.
Need that.
Mahaley used to kill for us.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the thing though, because if you notice, like a lot of the teams that are like really physical, or teams that have that kind of success, still utilize the fullback.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kyle Shanahan his offense is like he hasn't since he left the Falcons. His passing game isn't as unique as it once was, but his running game, his short passing game is just it's impeccable, bro. Like that's one thing you can't say about Shanahan, that his running game and his short passing game is always on point.
But shout out to Jew Talk Sports. Y'all make sure y'all show him some love. He was in the chat here on a Victory Monday. But John Rozier here has a question saying, hey, how long do we have peas for? Shit, until he decides he want to hang it up and hand it down to his son.
Mm-hmm.
Because his son is on the staff too. So, But
I was going to ask y'all a question, but well, it's a question and an answer. What do y'all think the reason is for Mike Davis to why he's struggling so bad? I have an answer, but I want to hear y'all's first.
Oh, I'm gonna go first today because Mike usually tear Mike Davis a whole new asshole on a regular. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this one first. Mike Davis's problem is he doesn't hit the hole. He's not a north-south runner. That's his issue. That's from what I've seen. He looks, like I said, his thing is he looks for contact more so than looking for the hole to run to. If you know, like I said, and I pointed this out to Mike, and Mike saw it yesterday's game too. It was one of Mike Davis's final rushing attempts that he had at the end of the game, where the hole opened up on the left side, but he ran to the right side. Like, bro, the hole is right there. Like, dude, they literally gave you what did Merrill Hodge used to say on NFL Live? A seal here, and then you got an alley.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Davis saw the alley and went towards where the goons was at. There was no goons over here. So that's kind of where his problem is. Like I said, he's not a north-south runner. He wants to be so physical that it actually deteriorates his runs. And
great point, K. That's definitely
he just blind as hell. That's all. At the end of the day, he's blind as a motherfucker. He's a blind, dumbass running back. That's what he is. You know how them dumbass running backs? They had a whole sideline by themselves. The sideline to be wide open, and all he will see is he one-on-one with somebody. And instead of trying to go that way and get past them, these dumbass running backs like to run through people. That's what he did.
Yeah, his vision is off, bro. His vision is so bad. I
honestly think his vision is off at times, but I just think he's one of them dumbass running backs. The running backs, we got dumb physical running backs. And Earl Campbell was a dumb ass physical running back. He was great. He was a legend, but he was a dumbass lineman, and that's why he only lasted so long. Great at what he did, but he's dumb. And I'm not saying that to be derogatory. I'm not saying that in a derogatory manner, but he's that type of running back. Is running backs like Emmitt Smith, who runs away from contact. He sees a hole, hit the hole, and he's gone, and he's trying to get away from it. And it's Barry Sanders. He don't let you touch him. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to touch him. You're not going to get a good hit on a Warrick Dunn. You're not going to get a hit on a Barry Sanders. They're not going to let you do that. LT.
I was about to say you forgot that one running back. You forgot the main one. You forgot one more too.
Who's that? Priest Holmes is another one. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? He's a dumb running back. And in this game, there's no room for dumb running backs because a lot of these guys are fast, they physical, and they just not going to take that type of like you're not going to run through multiple linebackers in the league. You just not. Even if you Deion size, you're not going to run through these guys. So I just think Mike Davis is just a dumb running back.
Hey, let's get to this $4.99 super chat by Gene Batten with the $4.99 super chat. Holla, holla, holla. He said, "What's up, guys? Thanks for all the work y'all do. We still fighting for that playoff spot. Praying we can make it. Hey, it's up for grabs. They just got to put it. They just got to put it together consistently. But I also want to throw a picture, and this is Twisted Torch. He just put this picture up here, so I'm gonna have to show this picture some love. I want y'all to see these stats right here, and this is gonna let you know.
Let them know. Oh my God.
Hold on, let me move that out the way.
55.9 passer rating against him.
Man, that dude is bad, man. Whew, that's a bad man.
The only thing that holds him back is the motherfucker stay too physical. Mm-hmm. Gotta worry about him getting carted off the field.
Yeah, he got to control his balance a little bit better when he jumping up for them passes.
Mm-hmm.
That be his issue, man.
He just don't care. That dude just don't care. He going after that ball.
But he said
flying off Empire State Building. That motherfucker go dive off the Empire State Building to go get that ball.
Exactly. It's like, dude, like, but just look at that. 5 receptions allowed on 21 targets and 241 snaps.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Let me do some calculations on that. Hold on, y'all. Let me calculate that right quick. 21 targets.
Allowed was in cover 2 in the red zone. I don't really count that.
So,
yeah,
241 snaps. He is targeted less than 1%.
Damn.
That's all you guys to know. 0.08%.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he top 3 and he ain't 3.
Exactly.
He might be close to 1. Jalen Ramsey didn't look too good yesterday.
I've been telling people, I've been calling, look, Miss Thing is probably one of the most overrated corners there is. Okay? I just keep it real. He been like that. He been like that in Jacksonville. That's why Jacksonville exposed when those defensive linemen were gone for the most part. You saw Miss Thing go straight down. He was in the same corner. So that's just the truth.
Hey, look, I only gotta say one thing about AJ Terrell. What happened to the fans that wanted whatchamacallit that got drafted by Detroit?
Woo!
I done forgot his name.
Ohio State.
I forgot his name.
He's a bust. Yeah, he was top 10.
Yeah, Miss Thing. Like I said,
his name on tip of my tongue.
Well, that boy do be rolling that neck around a lot. Like, yeah, I'm gonna shut it down. Like,
That's Jalen Ramsey, ain't it?
That's Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah, that's definitely Jalen Ramsey. He talked like that for real. They just said it, Jeff.
Jeff
Okuda.
Jeff Okuda, that's who it is.
Okuda, trash. What about? Hey, we thought about getting C.J. Henderson too. Buzz. Sometimes you gotta wait till
Carolina. Carolina.
Hey, look, hey. All I say, hey, damn, we done talked about Jeff Okuda, man. My thing done went out of focus, boy. God damn, hold on. Hold on.
Okay, we can't bring up no bombs on the channel, bro. It mess up the.
Hold on, wait a minute. We got it messed my damn camera up, boy. Ain't that some shit?
Oh man,
these guys, bro.
Hold on, man. Yeah, hold on. They tripping on you, boy. They tripping on you. Y'all gonna see some bullshit here in a second. Hold on.
Who drafted AJ Terrell? Thomas DeMister drafted AJ Terrell, right?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I think he was with Dan Quinn. Yeah, those guys.
So in the past 5 years, that meant 2 good picks. Him and Grady. But no, Dion.
No, 2016 was a good draft.
Yeah, Dion, Tevin Coleman. Yeah, we had some good draft picks, but that defensive side ain't too many.
Exactly.
Hey, I saw your boy last night, Mike. Falling on pals. Tweety Bird.
Bro, I didn't gonna lie, boy. I forgot he was even still in the league.
He's still on the Browns.
Oh wow.
How is he my boy? I'm trying to figure that out.
No, I'm basically being funny because he didn't do nothing. I say he was falling on pals. He got me.
Bye.
I'm gonna just say this. I'm gonna just say this, man. Y'all, people got to stop with these pressure rates, okay? Just stop with these pressure rates, bro. I done seen so many damn these Falcons content creators up here talking about Falcons pressure rates are low, and like, who the fuck cares?
Where
you getting the damn sack?
Where the sack at?
Where the sacks at? Where the tackle for losses at? If a defensive lineman, if you're not getting sacks, if you're not getting tackle for losses, I don't give a damn. Okay, if you're not hitting the quarterback, knocking them down, I don't give a damn. Those are 3 things as a defensive lineman that you have to do: get sacks, get hits, and get tackle for losses. That's what you get paid for. I don't want to hear about no damn pressure rates. Takk McKinley had the highest pressure rates on the Falcons outside of Grady Jarrett, and look what his ass is at. Like T said, his ass is falling on piles.
The highest miss the highest missed sacks too. He missed a lot of sacks.
Mm-hmm.
Grady was setting him up for plays, and he was just messing them up.
You said the key. T, say that again. You just said the key word. Say that again.
Grady was setting him up for plays, and he kept messing up. The same way what he's doing with Dante. Dante, he has his moments when he lines up with Grady. You can see the difference in how Dante gets off compared to when Grady's on the other side.
And that's why Takk McKinley got them high pressure rates, because guess who's taking the pressure off of him to do that?
Every time.
I'm not gonna get started on the TD draft history. We're
not gonna get on that.
I'm not doing that today. I'm not doing that.
PFF grades and all that dumb ass shit. I look, it's all fun. I'm sick of numbers. I'm sick of fucking numbers. I'm really Dean Pease right now. I don't give a damn about all these guys, all these damn numbers. All that crap don't mean nothing. Can you get off the field on 3rd down? Can you get an interception? Can you get sacks? Can you hit the quarterback? That's all I care.
Yeah.
That's what's going to win games. At the end of the day, key stops. Football is simple. But we got all these damn numbers and pressure rates and quarterback rating and completion percentage over 40 yards and all this goofy shit. Who the hell cares? It's nonsense. It's craziness. So, like, I just look, numbers are all cute and all. It's all cute and all, but like, look, at the end of the day, are you getting that win? Y'all been saying this every time it pertains to Matt Ryan, I think we're gonna go into that. But every time it pertains to Matt Ryan, y'all always say, "Did he get the win or not? Did we win a Super Bowl or not?" And what I'm telling y'all right now, I don't care about no damn pressure rates. I don't care about all them numbers and all that. Did we win? Right now, we 5-6. We won.
I'm about to say these the people that want to be the analytics guys. I mean, there's nothing wrong with numbers, but let y'all know Torch had to step off for a second. Like you said, y'all make sure y'all show him some love on his channel as well and subscribe. But let's go ahead and get to this 20 spot by Dwayne Bodie. Appreciate that. Holla, holla, holla. He said, why so many fans are on the team even when we have wins? Better than last year. What are y'all thoughts? And you know what the crazy thing is? That's actually getting into the next topic that we're going to talk about. I asked a question on my community tab earlier. This is kind of what we're going to talk about is, does winning games for the Atlanta Falcons equate to losing for the Atlanta Falcons?
I like this one.
The reason why I asked, and like I said, the reason why I asked this question is, I've noticed a couple things when it comes to certain aspect of this fan base. It's always when we beat a team we supposed to beat, the main thing is always, oh man, that team sorry, man. That win don't mean nothing. But if you lose to that sorry ass team, it's like, oh, why the fuck the Falcons couldn't beat them? So it's always, I'm trying to put this right. It's all, like I said, it's always a no-win situation when it comes to Falcons. They don't never say it about any other team that beats terrible teams all the time. But when it comes to the Falcons, it's always a problem. So you heard that in the background. Like I said, that's what some of them folk be silent.
That's nephew Mad Mike. He losing his damn mind.
Yeah. So that's why I asked the question. No, the question I asked on the community tab, I want y'all to check out the community tab and leave your thoughts on that. And that's why I said, why does it always seem like this fan base always gets mad when the Falcons win? And I've noticed some too, and I kind of pay attention to a lot of these content creators that are Falcon content creators. And I noticed a trend when it comes to this is when the Falcons win, don't nobody put up numbers like that. When they lose, the numbers go up like a motherfucker. This ain't just with us, but this is with a lot of Falcon content creators. What's your thought on that, Mike?
Well, I'm gonna go to the fan for this. I'm gonna go to y'all. Which answer do you want? You want the mellow mic or you want the man mic answer?
We got okay. That's gonna be the question. Mellow mic or mad mic? But
the mellow mic is the more political, calm version of it.
But before we do that, we're gonna get a few more people to time in, but we're gonna get a couple of comments. Cause Prove It here said, do you remember the beginning of the season when we won and these fools was pure mad? Yes. Yeah, I mean, and the thing is, and like I said, it don't really bother us like that, but it's just something that I just was trying to figure out, like what is the beef with the team that when they win, you're mad, but you're happy that they lose. But, I think they want Mad Mike.
I see.
They want Mad Mike.
I'm just gonna say it like this: y'all some blood sucking trading motherfuckers. I'm just what the fuck y'all are. Y'all some fake ass blood sucking ass fans. All y'all want is to sit down and complain about what you don't have. and not realizing that what you have is actually damn good. Look at what the Super Bowl champs, that everybody said the Super Bowl champs and the Super Bowl favorites, they barely beat Indianapolis. They barely beat them. And Miss Tom Brady didn't do shit but check the damn ball down, doing the exact same shit that Matt Ryan did, or he is doing, but he has more explosive players. Look at the game itself. Look at what Tom Brady's doing. All he doing is checking the damn ball down, letting them do all the work. And he got 3,000 yards passing for them doing all the damn work. Matt Ryan got less than that with less talent, and y'all hate his damn guts for it. Make it make goddamn sense. He's literally checking the ball down and handing the ball off to Leonard Fournette. Leonard Fournette goes to the damn he goes 30, 40 yards for the touchdown?
Or touchdown.
He's doing the same. Bro, he's literally doing the same shit Matt Ryan doing. And y'all hate Matt Ryan for it. Let's just be honest. And that's the reason why every time we lose, that's why the numbers go up. Because at the end of the day, y'all some blood-sucking, trading motherfuckers. All right? And I know I'm probably going to get 15,000 damn down votes. All right? I don't give a damn. But y'all know y'all fake. Y'all only show up when everything is all bad. Everything is all bad. To tell me how much everybody else sucks. I tell you suck. I'm still here. I say it almost every day. Look, everybody knows at this point that Mike Davis sucks. You don't need to hear that from me. But at least I'm here every day to tell y'all that he sucks. As soon as Matt Ryan has a good game,
hold on. Wait.
They gone. They gone. That's y'all. As soon as Matt Ryan have a good game, y'all gone.
Oh, hold on. Let me do it right. When Matt Ryan has a good game, I be quiet. But when he throws a couple, when he has a bad game, I'll be talking again.
That's it. Come on, bro. Let's keep the energy, bro. Look, everybody know if you leave a comment, your boy Matt Mike gonna respond. We gonna respond back. We gonna respond. Y'all know it. Mm-hmm. So we know when y'all look. We know when you guys are gone. We know it. We see it. Mm-hmm. So let's just look. Keep that look. We welcome your comments, bro. We ain't got to agree. We don't have to agree. I don't care, bro. But don't get in your feelings when we say these stuff. Just keep bringing it. That's all.
And don't. And the thing is, it's the same thing every time. Is they use, well, Mike is not going to agree what I say, so I'm not going to say it. Thing.
Bro, say it.
Just say it.
If it's stupid, you gonna make yourself look stupid. I don't have to say anything.
Oh, what is it? We just like this.
I'm just gonna be like this. What do you think?
Be looking at what? And be asking questions like a bug.
That's it. That's all I'm gonna do. I promise you. I won't say a word. You won't hear nothing from me. Please speak.
Hey, look. J. Ross said, Kstylzz realized that everybody wants to praise Brady, but he lost to a backup quarterback in the Super Bowl.
Come on, bro. That man up here checking the ball down every game, and y'all calling him the greatest. All he doing is throwing 5-yard out routes. The hell?
Oh man, we got a $10 super chat from New Drop, man. Shout out for the $10. Holla, holla, holla. He said, Oh boy, here you go. This fan base hates because they know wins means Matt stay longer, possibly, so they can't draft their scramble first quarterback. Everybody wants to play Madden GM with the salary cap.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh my God, man.
Right.
How about this scramble quarterback last night, though? That motherfucker look good. That motherfucker look good.
Boy, that was the greatest. That was the greatest performance I've ever seen.
He look good. And the right make it. That man look good.
He look good. He look good. But the thing about it is this is one of the main questions that I always be wanting to ask these people that does want that quarterback. Like I said, that's fine and dandy, but what plan do you have for this team outside of this scrambling quarterback? Because if you put a scrambling quarterback on a team that you say that sucks, with a terrible offensive line and a defense that can't get off the field, what are you putting that boy into?
That's what I want to know. Because I don't even think there's a real plan. And Nathan, bro, you didn't have to do me like that. But I don't even think Chicago has a plan for Justin Fields. Like they didn't draft any wide receivers, running backs, linemen. They just drafted him and just said, "All right, let's go." He's already doomed for failure.
Right, and like I said, he's missing games because that's what he's saying. You don't have the found. Like I said, I feel like it was a better situation for him in Chicago because he has a quicker chance of getting out there. Because Nick Foles, well, Andy Dalton, fuck these guys is. But the thing is, they actually drafted linemen and they got a good running back. The issue is coaching. They can't put him in the right spot. And the thing is, when you keep flip-flopping him from starting to putting him on the bench and starting and putting him on the bench again, that shows you ain't got a plan for him.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have a plan for these quarterbacks, bro. But the thing about it is, when you Cartier said Matt would never be TB12.
Man, your ass just became a damn Bucs fan, Tom Brady fan. Sit your ass down.
Oh, he hated. Look. He hated Tom Brady just like everybody else.
Yeah, he hated like everybody else until he got on their team.
Hell no, man. But that's how. But like I said, that's the thing. That's the thing that we talk about is what is the plan? Nobody, like I said, just because your quarterback can run 4 or 5 years down the line, that running ability is not going to matter. Mm-hmm. Because remember, the biggest difference now is and like I said, outside of Lamar Jackson, ain't nobody really running, and you got a lot of quarterbacks that can run.
Mm-hmm.
That's because these defenses are built to go against running quarterbacks. That's why most of your linebackers are 215, 220 pounds. This is why you see a lot of rovers out here and a lot of dime defense and a lot of nickel defenses because they are not only protecting the spread passing game, but they have to put as many athletes out there that can contain these running quarterbacks. Like I said, you got quarterbacks that might run for 300 yards, 400 yards. That's not, like I said, that's good for when you're trying to get out of situations. But if you're looking for a quarterback that just has running ability but does not progress as a quarterback, you're going to have another situation to where you have a quarterback that can run but can't play the quarterback position. And I don't think y'all really want that.
Steve Young can tell you he was a terrible quarterback until he went to San Francisco and got the proper coaching that he needed.
Right. Using Kstylzz example. And remember we was talking about like the Hall of Fame thing yesterday about, and they brought up Terry Bradshaw. I just looked up Terry Bradshaw's numbers today. hold on. Let me bring this up so I can make sure I got this right, because I want y'all to hear these Terry Bradshaw numbers. And this is what we talking about. You can have a mediocre quarterback, but when you have a team that is positioned to where he doesn't have to do much, or he doesn't have to be the star, it could lead to a whole bunch of things. Terry Bradshaw, Hall of Famer. He has a 107-51 record. A career 51% passer. He has 2 more career touchdowns than interceptions. Even he told you.
He'll tell you he wasn't that he was okay, but he wasn't a great quarterback.
Right. But this is what we talk about. Like you said, you can't bring in a new quarterback. And like I said, look at Matt Jones in New England. He's a rookie quarterback. But look at the situation he got brought into. You got an offensive line that can protect. You don't have really that many great wide receivers. But as long as you can protect the quarterback and run the ball, you can work with some terrible wide receivers. And you got a defense behind that. Hey, man. Cause that's really I was really hoping, because I put the invitation out to a lot of those the 0-17 crowd for today.
I don't see him. I don't see
they ain't came.
He been leaving a lot of comments about me. Mad Mike, you suck. Mad Mike, Matt Ryan sucks, and yeah, I don't see Mr. Fruitopia in here right about now. He gone, just like Zay Green gone, and that's a lot of them. Y'all know who y'all are. Y'all probably watching, but y'all ain't got the guts to come on.
Yeah, and that was the invitation. I was just like, hey, because we actually had a whole topic. We had a whole topic, and we're gonna save it for later. But this is the invitation to y'all, to the people. We need to get rid of Matt Ryan gang. So the topic was going to basically mean we must get rid of Matt Ryan, and I want you to tell us why and what's the plan behind it. But we know that ain't going to happen. The only way that's going to happen is if the Falcons lose. If the Falcons lose, that's when the confidence come up to say something. But yeah. I mean, like you said, even Terry Bradshaw told you he sucked at quarterback. The Steel Curtain and Franco Harris, they knew it. But this is what we're saying as far as, right? Like I said, you gotta show the same. You gotta show the same energy for. Even if you don't like the player or you don't like whatever the team because of the player, you show the same energy regardless if they win or lose. Don't wait till they lose to all of a sudden get bold out here. Show the same energy when they win.
I want to answer this question.
Go ahead.
If you're talking about physical attributes and what he's able to do, is Matt Ryan better than Peyton Manning? No. Peyton Manning, obviously, probably one. If not, I think he's the greatest cerebral quarterback to ever play the game. Like this dude, I don't think anybody can outthink Peyton Manning. Had a monster arm, and you just couldn't figure him out. Tom Brady, he never really had the arm. He really couldn't throw the ball deep like that. He really wasn't fast. He really just wasn't. And I think he's a system. I think he's a system quarterback. But as far as him being, cerebral, being able to do his job, I think he's probably one of the greatest at what he does best. And that's really what football comes down to. Like, I don't need Tom Brady to throw the ball deep. for 40, 50 yards. Tom Brady is a guy, he understands his strengths, he understands his weaknesses, and I think he's probably the best to ever like do what he does, and he doesn't do too much outside of that. So I can say he's the best at that. Matt Ryan, I think he's a lot like Peyton Manning, but not as cerebral as a guy like Peyton Manning. So I would say 1, Peyton Manning, 2, Matt Ryan, because of his physical attributes over a Tom Brady, because Tom Brady never really had a big time arm. He was never drafted that high to begin with. I think he was drafted like a 6th or 7th round pick. So physically, his attributes and what the scout said about Matt Ryan, he is. And you can look at the progression as far as his numbers are concerned. I mean, he's ahead of Tom Brady as far as that concerned too. But when you try to put all of it together, I think Tom Brady is, I think he's probably, if not the greatest at what he does. Tom Brady is a game manager, and he just do what he does, and he's one of the most clutch quarterbacks in the history of the game. So I just say it's whatever you prefer, because those are 3 different style of quarterbacks. Peyton Manning, that dude can do anything and everything besides run. Like it don't matter what system he gonna make it work.
Peyton Manning was a system in his damn self.
He is a system in his damn self. And Tom Brady is the greatest system quarterback I've ever seen. And Matt Ryan is another guy. He's a system. He's a lot like Peyton Manning. It doesn't really matter what type of system. Matt Ryan is going to adapt. So those are 3 different styles. I don't like comparing quarterbacks, to be honest. I think it really just comes down to what you prefer, the style of offense. So if like you wanted a play action offense, a check down offense, then Peyton Manning and Tom Brady would be your first options. And Matt Ryan, if you want to air out and have a balance of an air out and a run first offense, then that balance you might want to pick Matt Ryan. So it really depends on what you want as a player or a coach.
Right. Because really, at the end of the day, every quarterback is a system quarterback. It just depends on what type of system you run. See, the only thing that worked against Matt Ryan was he didn't have a consistent system for as long as the other guys had.
Right.
Because if you look at Peyton Manning ran the same exact system he had once he got in the league. That's why he was able to make all those dummy calls and check all the time. The motherfucker called 17 audibles before we are like, really?
And like he run the same play. He run the same play.
Same play. Like that. He didn't change the play, but he's dummy calling and Omaha and stuff like that. Tom Brady literally ran the same system he had since he been in New England, since he got in the league in 2000. Drew Brees in New Orleans ran the same system for 10 plus years. Aaron Rodgers ran the same system for 10 plus years. Matt Ryan's only problem was he didn't run the same system for 10 plus years. On average, he maybe ran the same system maybe 4 years. And that's because his offensive coordinator usually got head coaching jobs after that. So, but yeah, like you said, even if you want a pocket quarterback or running quarterback, dual threat, whatever, it's all about what you want. But the thing about it, if you don't have the system that complements that player, it don't matter. It don't damn matter. If you look at Lamar Jackson in Baltimore, they don't ask him to run complicated offenses like that. Not saying that he can't do it, but his skill set pertains to him doing one thing, and that's running the football, running the read option, running the quarterback draws, not the quarterback powers, but the quarterback draws. And then he has one of those cases where he doesn't really have receivers that can really get open like that too. So he really has to use those tight ends. this is what we talk about as far as trying to build a complete foundation. Lamar Jackson could be a better quarterback if he had better receivers. We don't know.
Better coaches, better running
coaches.
Game. We don't, like I said, we don't know.
Right. And Blazing 187, I know this comment been on the screen for a while, but he'll say debating whether or not Matt Ryan's the problem shows a low football IQ. Too many factors go into the whole scheme of football to lay blame with one player out of 22.
Yes, sir. That's a great comment.
Right.
That's why I don't want to just solely say it's, Mike Davis' fault for the running game is up and down. Like, yeah, he's not doing what we ask him in certain situations. But it's a multiple things why we're saying, sometimes his pass blocking ain't on point. Sometimes he drops easy catches. Like I said, it's a multitude of things. So like when we start picking on guys like Calvin Ridley was missing, touchdown catches. He wasn't running over the middle. Like it was some number of things that goes into us picking on one particular player. So when it comes down to one player, it's never one, especially when the offense is struggling, it's never one player that's causing the issues. That's just not true whatsoever.
One thing I always say about football, and this goes on either side of the ball, everybody is as good you're only a cog in the machine. You're only as good as the players around you. That goes with any position on the field. Hey, that's just about as simple as you can do it. See, but like I said, by us explaining this type of stuff right here, folks ain't gonna see this part.
Right.
They just gonna see, okay, he's talking about Matt Ryan. We're gonna get about 17,000 downvotes on this video just alone for that.
Right.
But, yeah. So yeah, like I said, you got different level tiers and stuff like that. And then another quarterback we could talk about who got more Super Bowls than Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees. And remember, those two are the baddest men on the planet, and that's Eli Manning. You never put him up there in the top 5. But he got the 2 Super Bowl rings, and he got the 2 Super Bowl rings in the seasons like the Falcons are having right now, where they struggle early and then they have to make a surge at the end of the season, which gives them momentum into the playoffs. So that's why you never give up on the season. You don't.
The defense came along. The defense struggled early, and then they came along. Their front 4 and their front 7, they start playing lights out. Like it's never too late. We've seen it time and time again where teams catch fire towards the end of the year, and then they end up getting to the Super Bowl. Right.
Marquise here said if Matt had, I ain't even gonna say just Kyle Shanahan, just any offensive coordinator for as long as Drew Brees had Sean Payton.
He was damn good under the offense was good under Sark. That's one of the misconceptions.
Yeah,
the offense was damn good under Sarkisian.
Sarkisian actually, Matt Ryan had his best season under Sarkisian. He had his best season of his career under Sarkisian, but he got scapegoated because Gilbert scapegoated his ass. It just gonna say it like that.
To save his own behind.
Okay, here we go. We got one. You think, hey, Blanco, I'm about to say, if we put the link in here, you want to go ahead and explain that one live in front of everybody? Because I know we said, like I said, just ask the question live because, like I said, we get it all the time. We see, okay, everybody say it here, but it's a lot easier to type it than say it on the camera, man. Because I think at the point in time, The words ain't gonna say nothing unless you say them out your own mouth. But Joe Houston said, give Matt Ryan 10 years of West Coast system, good running game, and top 5 defense. And he will have 6 Super Bowls. I wouldn't even say 6 Super Bowls. I'd say at least 2.
Just give me 2. 1, 2.
Yeah. But we'll go back to Blanca because I know he ain't gonna get him. But he said, why do you constantly make excuses for the highest paid player on the team? If it weren't for CP in the running game, we would have lost the game. That's what a team concept is about. Did you hear what we just said? You're not as good as the players around you.
My thing is why does it matter that why is it so much emphasis on the highest paid player? Like, for instance, we talk about some of the greatest players in basketball of all time. I mean, Michael Jordan didn't do it without Scottie Pippen. So, like, why is it that, nobody said Jordan did it all by himself. Everybody knows that he did it with Scottie Pippen. So why is it that Matt Ryan, being the highest paid quarterback, that he has to do it all by his lonesome? That's why I'm confused. So why is it that Matt Ryan, because he makes, in a lot of people's minds, he make $40 million a year, that he's supposed to do everything. He's supposed to be the man that, like, when we struggle on defense, he got to score a touchdown to make up for what they do. So why is it that Matt Ryan and you don't hold that same standard for guys like Tom Brady, like Drew Brees? Like, we've seen that Drew Brees can't do it alone. He tried, and they failed time and time and time again. They went 13-3. I don't know how many times after they won the Super Bowl, and they still lost because he could not get a defense that were optimistic and get them over the hump. So why is it that Matt Ryan, y'all hold that standard for Matt Ryan? Oh, he makes $40 million that he has to make up for every aspect of what the team is doing.
And
I guess you want to keep typing.
But Blanco. If you're gonna keep typing and want to discuss your case, that's why I put the damn stream, the link in the stream, so you can say it. It'll save you a whole lot of typing. You can
come on, say what you gotta say, and be it.
Yeah, because like I said, that's the thing. You doing way too much typing for me, bro. You just get on and just explain it. We're not gonna say nothing, but we're gonna ask questions.
Use your phone. You don't have to have a computer. All right, just use your phone, click the link, and let that be it.
Right. So yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, your quarterback is only as good as the players around you. So even if you say, well, Cordero Patterson, if it weren't for Cordero Patterson, we would have lost. Okay, that means you have a team stepping up and do something. I mean, what's wrong with that?
I wouldn't say the quarterbacks get most of the credit. It's that the leader tends to get most of the credit on a team. And that's just whoever that, like, because a lot of teams, like when you go back and look at that Giants team, nobody will ever say that Eli Manning was the leader of that team. Everybody would say Michael Strahan was that leader of that team. You go to that Rams team when they played the Patriots, nobody would say that Jared Goff was the leader. Aaron Donald was clearly the leader of that team. So Matt Ryan just so happened to be the leader of the Falcons. So I wouldn't say that quarterbacks get all the credit. It's just, they are in the spotlight because they make so much money and they are expected to, to be in the press conferences, to answer all the tough questions and tell people what's going on with Julio, what's going on with Coach, what's going on with Arthur Blank. Like, he's the spokesman for the team. So he's going to get a lot of blame and he's going to get a lot of credit. The spotlight is just going to be him. So
yeah, and then plus if you think about the highest paid player on the team,
You want to know the real reason why he's the highest paid player on the team right now is because he took money away to try to keep everybody together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if we talking about $100 million, like I said, you got $100 million quarterback in San Francisco that done missed a whole lot of games and seen one playoff appearance. You had Matt Stafford. Yeah, man, we just doing a lot of talking now because I know at the end of the day, like I said, let's just go ahead and get to some more of these comments because I ain't about to be worried about this.
We're just doing a lot of talking, man.
I mean, bro, at the end of the day,
have a conversation. I don't know why people so. I got all these pins, but if you're a man enough, you really believe it. Like, what's wrong with not? Yeah. What's wrong with coming on and saying?
Yeah,
you a man, right?
I'm about to say, then, like I said, if you want to blame somebody for that, you better blame the NFLPA for making it happen like that.
Mm-hmm.
Said Gene Batten with the 499 said quarterback is always the highest paid player. No one hated on Jones for stealing money from us.
Woo. Boy. Hallelujah, Jesus. Nobody saying anything about Julio taking that money and saying, oh, I'm gone.
Exactly. Because when we start talking about the money part about it, if you're talking about the highest paid player, you also got to talk about the players that they paid a lot of money to that didn't perform neither. Because, okay, I'm going to use this as an example. Okay, I know some people will say, well, Joe Flacco won the Super Bowl. He deserved to get his money. Okay. Joe Flacco had ended up getting, what was it, like $130 million contract after they won the Super Bowl, right? Before that Super Bowl, he was rated one of the worst quarterbacks. He was actually one of the rated one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. After he won that Super Bowl and got that money, he went back to being one of the worst quarterbacks in the league. And if it wasn't for him being one of the worst quarterbacks in the league, there would be no Lamar Jackson in Baltimore. Think about that. But like I said, man, people, we ain't finna worry about it because he ain't type no more. So yeah, so we good now.
Tippity, stop.
What'd you say? What'd you say? Tiptoeing in my Jordans. That boy done pulled a Tyler. Look, that boy done pulled a Tyler Davidson on our ass, boy. Because that's one of those questions where you have to ask those type of questions where that's why we said, what's your game plan? What's the game plan? That shit, we just talking out the side of our asses right now. All right, y'all, we do the Q&A portion of this show right now. We're gonna go ahead and Q&A because I about to say, I tell people, like I said, y'all saying Blanco, where you at? I about to say y'all don't even worry about it.
Yeah,
it was like it's a done deal because it was 12 links. You could have picked 12 links to come on and didn't, so we ain't even gonna worry about him no more. But we're gonna go ahead and do the Q&A part about the show. But yeah, like I said, that's the one thing a lot of people don't talk about with his money aspect of it is 30 mil. Okay, so let's look at by the time he got the money, it was $150 million contract, $30 million a year. What was it? $100 million guaranteed, right? Hey, Cartier, we doing the 3 keys tomorrow on the heavy hitter show. But we don't do those tonight. So you got to tune in the heavy hitters tomorrow for that one. Olo Dewdrop said, just another fool saying I want to talk to Mike.
Oh my God. I don't know why people just look. I
told you, bro. They just want to have that high moment with your ass, bro.
Like the people, like I'm gonna tell y'all something, boy. The people literally got mad at Mike because, like I said, when people started talking about can this Falcons be a playoff team, but Mike never said anything about playoffs. It was me and Juke, and we admittedly been saying every time, and he never said. But Mike gets the brunt of it. But Gene Batten said, do you like our chances to win 4 more games and make the playoffs? It's a possibility. Like I said, anything's possible. Like I said, as long as you still in the race, you have to be consistent. It's all about the consistency, and they got to be physical the rest of these games. Because, like I said, you got Tampa Bay coming up. You still got a Carolina game coming up, which most Falcon fans are probably going to be cheering for Carolina because Cam's back. You got Buffalo up in the schedule. You can't take Detroit lightly at all. You still got another Saints game coming up. Can't take that lightly at all. So they just have to remain focused. If the Falcons made the playoffs, boy, it's gonna be a whole bunch of people sick, bro. It's gonna be a whole bunch of sick motherfuckers if the Falcons make the playoffs.
Yeah, so, I think they have an opportunity.
Right.
You've already won 5 games. When you run 5 games, anything close to 6 to 7 games, that's the league average. So they are approaching the league average already. My thing is, like you said, they just got to continue to play solid defense. If the defense continue to play and they keep running the ball like we did in Jacksonville, we got an opportunity. Simple as that.
Right.
And we'll be getting Hunter. I would say Hunter Hurst Henry, but Hayden Hurst. Okay, we'll be getting Hayden Hurst back real soon. So, we'll have another guy that we can have as an offensive weapon. So, and like I said before, man, anything is possible.
But yeah, I want to hit this one up right here. And for the people that talking about Matt Ryan's contract, look what Brian People said. You blame Stafford, you blame Jimmy G, you especially blame Kirk Cousins. Because Kirk Cousins' contract was ridiculous.
That right there is true.
Kirk Cousins. Now for y'all talking about Matt Ryan's $100 million contract, Kirk Cousins got a fully guaranteed deal. Ain't prove a damn thing.
That man still throwing them 5-yard out routes.
Exactly.
That man did nothing but that.
Right. And now they ain't got Dalvin Cook, so they finna find out real quick. But we heard Christian McCaffrey is out for you. Oh, this is one thing I want to say too, and Mike's gonna agree with me on this one. Can we officially now say that the bell cow running back is officially about to go to the wayside?
I totally agree. I just don't see. I don't see how it like you can. Why you would want to draft running backs after this? Like we saying, Wade, Saquon Barkley, Christian McCaffrey. It's just Ezekiel Elliott. He's not the same running back. You pay him $90 million. At this point, it's a waste of money to be, paying running backs that amount of money. Now, do I think they'll still get $30 and $40 million contracts? Yes, I do. But the days of them $90 million contract, I think that's dead, and that's just my personal opinion. There's no point in doing that anymore.
Yeah, I mean, the bell cow back is officially about to be done here because, like I said, you putting all these hits, bro. We did a stat a while back ago. I was like, Christian McCaffrey got over almost 2,000 touches in 4 seasons. We said about Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry had 219 rushing attempts in 8 games. Like I said, the problem is, and if you look at how a lot of these teams are now constructing their backfields now is you can have a guy that's a dominant running back, but they got those guys that can come in and spell. They can spell them. Like you got like you're not putting 25 to 27 carries on these guys anymore. Like I said, now when you got these, if you look at, I'm gonna use an example. I'm gonna use the Denver Broncos. Javonte Williams lead that team in rushing, and he hasn't even started a game yet. He's not even a starter. But they got 2 running backs that you can take in and out.
Even with Gore with the Chiefs. I think they picked him off the practice squad or something crazy like that, and he been balling ever since.
Mm-hmm. Right. So like I said, you're starting to see running back by committee now, because like I said, you don't want it. Like I said, teams are not, like Mike said, teams are not going to invest these money into these running backs, especially when you invest a lot of money. You're going to have to use him a lot. Michael Walker here said, "You see how Tannehill looking in Tennessee? They took away Derrick Henry. I'm not surprised. We ain't surprised.
Mm-hmm. Like you can't continue to like I said. I know he's a damn good back, but at some point you gotta bring in another running back, because you gonna wear him down and wear him out."
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And then, like I said, because you have to remember with Ryan Tannehill in Tennessee, they won a playoff game with Ryan Tannehill throwing for 88 yards.
It was only a matter. That man was a ticking time bomb. Derrick Henry was a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, that's why I said, see now if Derrick Henry, if you would have had another running back that would spell Derrick Henry for a few of those carries. See, now what you do is by running back committee, you have fresher running backs when it's coming to December, when it comes to close to the playoff time. Now you got that fresher body. And that's what we talk about. Like I said, you got to have that fresh running back going into the playoffs. Marquis said, if the Falcons make the playoff, Buddy from the A gonna really hate Mike. Shit, they gonna hate all of us. They gonna hate Atlanta Falcon Nation if the Falcons make the playoff.
They gonna hate everybody on Atlanta Falcon Nation because we all been saying.
Exactly. Seahorn here got a question. He said, would you really be excited if the Falcons made the playoffs with a 79 record and got blown out in the first round? Is that really progress? We ain't made the playoffs in three. We ain't made the playoffs in literally 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's progress.
But the thing, but the thing about it is,
it's the first year coach. This is a first year coach. Why wouldn't that be a win? That's a win. You're the first year as a coach. Right. That's progress. So even if you lose, like losing ain't everything. Like losing ain't always bad. Actually, losing is what makes champions.
Mm-hmm.
Losing is what makes champions. Losing is what happened to Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan became a great player and worked his ass off because he got cut from his basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
He became even better in college because his coach wouldn't start him. He had him on the bench, coming off the bench. It's like, look, I know I'm better than being on the bench. He was like, no, you coming off the bench.
Right. Yeah, and like I know a lot of people said this, but I just remember Aerosmith saying it in a song. They said basically you gotta lose to know how to win.
Mm-hmm.
It goes the truth.
Simple.
Yeah, and Cartier Walker, he said Roethlisberger is playing more horrible than Matt Ryan, but the media won't say shit. But Roethlisberger can't throw past 6 yards, bro.
Mm-hmm. Is that bad?
He's struggling to throw that ball to Deontay Johnson down the field. But he got the 2 Super Bowls. So
like Peyton Manning in his last year. He looked like Peyton Manning.
Boy, Peyton Manning that last year they won the Super Bowl in Denver. That was the worst I've ever. I was like, bro, Peyton, you should have hung up that year. But he got that last Super Bowl ring.
Atrocious. He's looking atrocious. Okay.
Right. Absolute garbage. Terry Russ said, I think it's time for the Falcons to announce they decide to move on from 18. I think it's going to be to a point. I think if Calvin, like I said, I highly doubt Calvin Ridley comes back this season. I think they're going to trade him in the offseason. Because, like I said, once you don't have that chemistry or camaraderie with your team, like I said, I understand it's the situation with his mental health, but when you have a young coaching staff like this, they're going to want the guys that have the camaraderie. And if Calvin Ridley is not there, you can't hold on to him much longer. You can't hold on to him longer. And that sucks, but that's the truth. Fred Buss said, why can't we be the 07 Giants and win the Super Bowl? Yeah, they can. Like I said, once you get to the playoffs, your record doesn't mean shit. The only thing you got to running with you is the momentum you got to get there. And Clay Melton said here, if these coaches can get this team to the playoff with a practice squad team, that's a whole lot of progress. Yeah. Like I told you, it's going to be a lot of sick people down here in Atlanta if the Falcons make the playoffs. Okay. Rico 312 said, I don't think you can release him because with mental health, the media would look at it like kicking him while he's down. That's kind of understandable on that too. But the only issue that is going to be is we don't know how long is it going to be, because he didn't say, he said indefinitely, so it may be a possibility he might not come back next year. So what's going to happen if you're going to hold on to a contract to a guy that's basically not going to play with you for damn near 2 years? So they're going to look at it from a business standpoint and say, okay, now when it says kicking him while he's down, is like trading him to the Jets or something like that. But if they trade him to somebody like San Fran or something like that, and probably put him in a situation where he wants to be at, then that's not kicking him while he's down. That's helping him out. Just like they did with Julio Jones. They traded him to a team he wanted to go to. And yes, they did pick his 5th-year option up. That's why I was saying, like, they trade him. That's probably what they would do if it came down to it, if they don't want to have to deal with. Because you have to think about with Calvin Ridley being out, that's going to be the questions that you're going to hear all the time is, what about Calvin Ridley here? 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 Calvin Ridley. It's going to be a weekly thing. Them coaches don't want to hear that. Hell, the organization ain't going to want to hear that.
They want to win. At the end of the day, they want to win. And if you ain't helping them win, they don't want to talk about you. You ain't no good for them. This ain't about friendships. It ain't about whether or not we don't love you. Like that, they don't care about that. This is a game, and that's their job and that's their livelihood to make their money. You ain't there to help them make their money. You ain't no good for them.
Right. And New Drop came with the $5 super chat. He said, what do you guys think about the rumor of swapping centers during the game? Bad idea. It's gonna be a bad idea because eventually what's gonna end up happening is if you start swapping centers like that, and then you're gonna start falling in love with a tendency of this guy at this certain play. So I'm gonna put him in this play. Now you're giving a tell to the defense of what you're gonna run, and now you put your offense in a situation where we just basically told the defense what we're gonna do. So
yeah, I don't necessarily like it. I understand why he's doing it, but like if you're a coach, you can kind of hide the tendencies, then maybe, but it'll be awfully hard to hide tendencies while you're doing that.
Yeah. Brian People say, I think we trade back in the first round next year. We need some depth on both sides. One player draft. Yeah, I'm about to say, for the people that want Jordan Davis, you can kiss that dream goodbye. As long as they still winning, you kiss the dream goodbye.
Yeah,
So
I've
Jordan
given
Davis,
up on it. I've given up on that. I'm not even thinking about it.
because you remember Georgia's got about 3 defensive linemen that might go in the first round.
Mm-hmm.
So you got 3 choices there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Let's see. You get a couple more comments in here. Ms. Mag T said hit that subscribe. Super chats available. Atlanta Falcon Nation as well. And she said
As a
appreciate the
matter of
support.
fact, we actually have a show with LT and about 9, 10 or so. So you guys head over to Atlanta Falcons Nation. That show will be live. He's going to have a debate with a fan.
Oh, this is gonna
And
be
like I
interesting.
said, man, it's going to be interesting. So I promise you guys, head over to Atlanta Falcons Nation. It's exclusively on AFN, all right? Only AFN. You're not going to be able to get it here. So head over to Atlanta Falcons Nation. If you have not already subscribed, head over to Atlanta Falcons Nation and subscribe. He's going to be debating with a fan there.
Right. So again, we'll go ahead and wind it down for the night. Like we said, we appreciate everybody tuning in with the Monday Cooler Talk, kicking it with Kstylzz edition. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. We got a couple more questions. I gotta hit this. Wallace Smith, do you think this is Tyler Davis's last year with us? This better be his last year with us, because no. I'll be goddamn. And the bad thing about it is, the bad thing about it is he's under contract until after next year. So, bro, you better take that goddamn pay cut.
So if you can create some cap space somehow, do it. But his ass got to go. Got to.
I rather look. I rather you put Dustin Colquitt at defensive tackle before you bring his ass down. Hold on. Noah said something about okay. Hold on. This is what Noah said right quick. He said sometimes this feels like the type of fan base to watch the Braves win the World Series, defy the odds, and then say the Falcons have no chance because they're against the odds. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. It'd be the same fan base that said the Hawks ain't had a chance to do anything in the playoffs.
And then you see them at least literally a game away, 2 games away from getting to the finals after everybody said they had no chance.
Exactly. Exactly. Bubba Gump, appreciate you. Another good show. Definitely appreciate you. Hey, man, if it's a good show, man, you need to tell these folks to subscribe to your boy 6 Man Kstylzz, man.
6 Man. Hey,
6 Man.
If you got friends, head over, please. All right, tell those guys. Do not forget about AFN. In particular, just head to Kstylzz channel. Head to his channel, all right? Head to his channel. You're going to get a lot of Falcons content. You're going to get more content. But it's mostly for the simple fact that we got to get to 1K. Got to get to 1K. Spread the news. This is a positive platform. That's a positive platform. We don't do all that negative back and forth, talking about the team suck. We ain't never going to win nothing. That's not how we get down. All right. So if that's how you get down, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All right. Push that subscribe button.
Exactly. Because I was about to say, I know everybody love Mad Mike for his rants and stuff. I don't have no rants, so people ain't gonna really tune in for me. I ain't got no rants. But
he gonna have some rants. I'm gonna bring it out of him somehow. Somehow I'm gonna do it.
Please, I don't want to be ranting, because I'm be throwing stuff, bro. Trust me. These folks don't need to see my temple. I don't want to show that off. But but that's why I'm Kstylzz. I'm feng shui around here. The only thing I do is I just ask questions that piss a lot of people off. But that's what I do. I just ask questions. But like I said, we appreciate y'all tuning in tonight. Like I said, continue to support. Like I said, 6-Man Kstylzz. Like, share, subscribe. Also, like I said, AFN, we need 100 more people to get to that 2K. Get to that 2K, man. We almost there. But definitely, you want to give final thoughts, Mike? You want to go ahead and give a final thought on anything?
Yeah, stop being some damn scaredy cat cats. Bring your asses on the show. Ain't nobody gonna do nothing to y'all. Damn. Y'all act like y'all motherfucker got hits on y'all. We got hit on y'all or something like. Nah, I was about to do that. I ain't gonna do it. I'll leave that one alone.
Don't do it.
But
Don't do it. We
don't have hits out on y'all, okay? We not gonna bite. We not after y'all. We don't have to. We not sending the FBI after y'all. None of that stuff. You can actually come on the show. We not Vlad TV or we got the police watching every show. We got none of that. All right. So it's okay. Hit that subscribe button.
Exactly. And like I said, yeah, that's all you got, Mike.
That's it. That's it. We ain't the police.
Yeah. My final thought of the night is basically gonna be like, bro. Like I said, we just appreciate everybody that been sticking with us through the season. Good show, like I said, good games, bad games. I just want to show appreciation to the true Falcon fans that no matter what goes down with this team, that like I said, they just show support. Like I said, that's what these players need. These players, that's all these players look is for support. And the problem is when we talk about the 0-17 crowd. The 0-17 crowd, this is going to be my final thought about the 0-17 crowd. I call them the 0-17 crowd for a reason, coined here at AFN, because these are the guys, these are the type of people that never want to see them win, but always want to see them lose. All because number 2 is the quarterback of the team. Instead of putting your energy into a team that has the players that you want to support or the type of players you want to cheer for, you're sticking around on the team and being a negative Nancy because of one player. So that's why I say, like I said, if the Falcons winning a game hurts you that badly, you just might as well go and find another team, bro. Because that is some kind of mental sick. That's a mental health issue right there. And I ain't even gonna say it's a mental health issue. Y'all are motherfucking insane. I'm just gonna say it like that. Y'all need to be put in an insane asylum. I never heard anybody be depressed about happy shit and happy about depressing shit. I've never seen that. Cause ain't no way, as I say, bro, ain't no way. And look, I've been getting all kinds of shit after this Georgia Tech ass whooping we took from Georgia. But guess what? I'm still a Georgia Tech fan. Like I said, us Falcon fans, we done seen through the good and the bad. We ain't made the playoffs since 2018. We still here. Yes, there may be some players that piss us off. But at the end of the day, we not going to sit here and jump off of bandwagons, jump off a team fandom because of a couple down years. Now, when you had, like I say, you acting like you ain't made the playoffs in 3 years, you hadn't. Try to look at Buffalo Bills. Look at the Buffalo Bills. Before 2 years ago, they went through 20 years without a playoff appearance, and they fans were still drunk, jumping through tables before games, chanting Bills Mafia. The Detroit Lions literally are on the verge of having another winless season.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they wearing paper bags over something their heads sometimes. Oh, one more thing to the Indianapolis Colts fan with the run the damn ball hat. Fuck you. That's why I changed the ball. I got brought that to my attention talking about somebody had a hat that said run the damn ball. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, ain't this about a bitch?
You know that.
That's why but that's why I changed the spelling when I say it. Because, like I said, ain't nobody finna switch that. If I see somebody with a hat with the way I spell it,
we gonna
have a problem. But like I said, we just gonna show appreciation to all the fans, all the Falcon fans. Like I said, we right there in the playoff mix. You got winnable games coming up. The team just has to play well. And if the Falcons make the playoffs with the team that we had this year and the season we done had this year, that shows a lot of heart. And I would rather have a team full of guys that have heart than have a bunch of guys tanking just so I want to get a goddamn player that might not motherfucking pan out in the top 5. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it with that. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the heavy hitters. Make sure you tune in for the show tonight with LT. You said, but what you said? What time about?
It's about to start about 9:10.
About starting a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so like I said, make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for the heavy hitters. If you don't know what the heavy hitters are, this your boy 6 Man, Kstylzz, Mad Mike Sports, and Jew Talk Sports. And we will be discussing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's where Cartier, that's where your ass can come in and watch these 3 keys that we about to give about your team. But as we say here at AFN, man, we ain't here to play. Clay Melton, no score predictions. No, I ain't doing score predictions neither. We just gonna say if they win or not. But here at AFN, we ain't here to play. We here to stay. You ain't gotta go home.
But you gotta get the hell up out of here.
At least for the next couple minutes before the next show come up.
Bam! AFN, exclusively AFN.